Good morning everyone. Welcome to online class of Modi Public School. Today we will be discussing part 1 of chapter number 6 fractions. Okay, so today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter number 6 fractions. Let us first understand what fractions means. A fraction is a part of a whole. Okay, we all know about counting numbers and decimal numbers, but what fraction numbers are? Here, a fraction number is a part of a whole which represents parts of a whole. Just see this rectangular strip over here. Okay, how many rectangular strips I have drawn? One. Okay, so you all know that it is a one strip over here. What if I divide it into two equal parts? If I talk about only this part, the part which I have shaded, what number it represents? Yes, this shows half of this rectangular strip, and half can be written like this, 1 upon 2. Such numbers are called fraction numbers. Okay, it means these numbers are just part of a whole. These are not a complete number. These numbers are not complete numbers. These such numbers represents parts of a whole. Like here, I have divided this rectangular strip into two parts, and one of the part which I have shaded, I have represented by a number that is 1 upon 2. Okay, and such numbers are called fraction numbers. The upper part of this number is called numerator. This upper part is called numerator. And the number which is written below the horizontal line is called denominator. This number is called denominator. Okay, so let us revise what fraction numbers are. Fractions is a part of a whole. It means these are not complete numbers. They represent some part of it. Okay, like here I have divided this rectangular strips in two equal part, and the one of its parts is represented by a number that is 1 upon 2. Such numbers are called fraction numbers. The number which is written above the horizontal line is called as numerator, and the number which is written below the horizontal line is called as denominator. Now see this part. This is also a rectangular strip, and I have divided it into two parts, and one of the part I have shaded. Is it also 1 upon 2? No. The answer will be no. Why? Because we have not divided this rectangular strip in two equal parts. We have divided it into two parts, but these parts are not equal. Like this. Here we have divided it into two equal parts. So fraction numbers, whenever we write fraction number, we make sure that we divide the whole into equal parts. Okay, the parts must be equal. Like this example. Okay. Now see this numerator. This numerator part, the number which is written in numerator, it shows the parts which we are considering. And the denominator part, the number 2, it represents total number of parts. Like here, two parts are done. Okay, we have divided this strip into two parts. So 2 is written in the denominator. Okay, it represents total number of parts. And the numerator shows the parts which we are considering. Okay, now let us discuss different types of fractions. Okay, we will discuss about different types of fractions now. The first type of fraction which we are going to discuss is a proper fraction. Now what proper fractions are? When the numerator of the fraction is smaller than the denominator, then it is called as proper fraction. For example, 4 by 9, 7 by 11. Like here, 4 is numerator and 9 is denominator. 4 is smaller than 9. Yes, so it's a proper fraction. 7 is numerator, 11 is denominator. 7 is smaller than 11. So such fractions are called as proper fractions. The next type of fraction is improper fraction. Whenever the numerator of the fraction is greater than its denominator, then it is called as improper. For example, 19 by 17, 4 by 3, okay, etc. Many more examples can be written. Here you can see 19 is numerator, 17 is denominator, and 19 is greater than 17. Similarly, 4 is numerator, 3 is denominator. 4 is greater than 3. Such fractions are called as improper fraction. Third type of fractions are like fractions. Okay? Fractions with same denominator. When the fractions are having same denominator, then they are called as like fractions. For example, 7 upon 19, 11 upon 19, 13 upon 19. Such fractions are called as like fractions because their denominators are same. So whenever we have fractions with same denominators, we will call them as like fractions. The next type of fraction is unlike fractions. Fractions with different denominators are called as unlike fractions. Okay? That if the denominators of the fractions are different, then they will be called as unlike fractions. Here the denominator is 7. Here the denominator is 17. Here the denominator is 8. All the three denominators are different. So these are examples of unlike fractions. Now the next type of fractions are equivalent fractions. Fractions which represents the same part of a whole are called as equivalent fractions. What does this mean? See this example. 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6. Although these looks different, but these are same. Like here I have drawn this strip. These strips are of same size. But here I have divided it into two equal parts. Yes, and one part is shaded. So this represents 1 upon 2. Now see this part. These parts are same. But here I have divided the same strip into 4 parts. And 2 parts I have shaded. Now same strip I have divided into 6 parts. And I have shaded only 3 parts. So these parts looks different. But they actually represents the same part. The same thing can be done. Like 1 upon 2. This is 1 upon 2. If I divide it into 4 parts like this, 4 equal part, it will convert it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 upon 4 because now it is of 2 parts. Same strips can be divided into 3 parts, okay, 6 parts and 3 parts can be shaded. So all these 3s are same but they are looking different but they are same. So such fractions which represents the same part of a whole are called as equivalent fractions. The next type of fraction is mixed fraction. What mixed fraction is? A mixed fraction is a combination of a whole and a part. What does this mean? Mixed fraction will look like this. Means it is having a whole number, like 3 is a whole number and 1 upon 9 is a fraction number. So it is a combination of both. Means a whole and a part. Here also it's a combination of a whole and a part. In this example also. So such fractions are called as mixed fractions. So in today's class we have discussed about different types of fractions. That's all for today's class. Thank you so much.